Yo, what's up, YouTube? It's me back again. Uh, my options, my thoughts about raw powerlifting versus gear versus raw with wraps, and belts, and just what I feel. I have a lot of conversation with a lot of guys, and what I feel, and just my point of view about it. Reason I do raw with wraps is, you know what? I like my knees, and I don't want to fuck them up. That's it. I don't do it to get any poundage out of them. I don't do it to get stronger. I do it because I like my knees, man. To be honest, I probably get about 20 pounds out of them. That's saying at the most. When I squatted 600 at the meet for the first time, I did 585 without wraps, just a belt. My personal right now without a belt, without wraps, 100% raw, I can probably grind out a 575, 565, maybe 585. I have no idea. With just a belt, I can probably grind out 600. With my wraps right now, I'm probably good for 625. But the reason I choose raw with wraps is, I like the way they feel on my knees. When I'm squatting real heavy, I don't feel that my knees are gonna blow out or anything like that. That's just my opinion. Now, as far as gear lifting goes, I have a lot of guys saying, gear, you get, this, that. My options on gear, I'm not a big fan of it. If you didn't know, now you know. I don't want to offend any gear lifters at all. They still have to put in the work. They have to learn the technique and everything. That's fine, but it's not my thing. I feel like a lot of the gear lifters like to put down a lot of the raw lifters down, and this is just my opinion, what I think. So don't judge me. Don't go talking hella smack and this, that. I don't want to hear it. I like raw lifting because I feel like that's where the raw strength, like your real strength, is at. Gear lifting is expensive. I don't have the money to buy the stuff, so I just like to say gear versus raw. I like raw because that's your real strength. That's you. You don't need a bulletproof jacket. You don't need this suit. You don't need this. You put in up big numbers with just yourself. People say, well, why you use knee wraps and belt? Well, I use them to protect my joints and for safety purposes more than anything. I don't do it to add any poundage to my lifts. People say, well, gear lifting safer. Well, I don't believe it personally. I don't believe, because I squat in the 600s raw with wraps, and if I was to throw on a suit, I can probably, I don't know, squat somewhere 800, something around there, sevens. I have no idea. I've never worn one, but I don't feel the need to throw that much weight on my body that I can't pick up myself. That's just the way I see it. I see real strength is in raw lifting. Every time I see a guy lift real heavy, I'm just like, how much can this guy lift raw? I don't want to offend any of the raw lifters. The gear lifters at all. To your own, but that's just my opinion, because always people ask me about gear and this, and I'm a raw lifter, raw with wraps. That's what I do. I love the sport. I love the raw sport. That's what brought me into it. That's how I got started, and that's how I'm gonna stay. Raw is where I'm gonna stay. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Just same option, raw versus gear. That's what I think. I find it more interesting to see raw lifters. Some of my favorite raw lifters was Ernie Lillibridge, Eric Lillibridge, Chris Hickson, Constantine, Stan Afferdine. When I first started lifting, Stan Afferdine and Constantine were the guys that I seen doing these huge totals raw, with only a belt and wraps, and I was just like, that's what I wanted to be, and that's kind of where I went that route. Plus the fact is I don't have money to buy all these expensive suits, and I don't train with other powerlifters. I'm the only powerlifter by myself, so I don't have people to put on my jacket and this and that. Sometimes I can't even find a spotter when I'm squatting. Most of the times when I do the videos is when I actually get a spotter in a recorder. Sorry, and yeah, pretty much, and that's just my point of view on raw versus equipped. Just wanted to say something, what was in my mind. And the best lifting shoes you can wear, in my option, are these right here. Hold on. I want to say these right here. These Chuck Taylors. Yeah, right there. best lifting shoes ever. That's just my opinion. Yeah, that's pretty much what I think about it. Yeah.